Good evening students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today it is time to solve the last worksheet, that is exercise 11D, and this is the last exercise of this ratio session. So in this session we have discussed some questions from your last exercise. Total 5 questions are there. So before beginning, let us understand some theory portion so that these questions will be easier to you. So first, how we will compare the given two ratio. First we'll learn comparing the ratios. How we'll compare the ratios? Suppose we have two ratio, one is A is to B and another is B is to A, or suppose A is to B and another one is take as C is to D. Two different quantity, A is to B and C is to D. So A is to B, it can be written as A by B, and C is to D, it can be written as C by D. So we have one fraction A by B and another fraction C by D, two different fraction. So in this case total 3 cases will arise. First case, just cross multiply this, that means this is the numerator and this is the denominator. Numerator and denominator will multiply. This is the denominator, this is the numerator. So denominator and numerator will multiply. So if we multiply A and D, it will be A into D. And if we multiply B into C, it will be B into C. Now all these cases, A into D, B into C, A into D and B into C. Now first case, if A into D and B into C both are equal, that means if you multiply these two and these two and both are equal, in that case the two fraction will be equal. In this case the two fraction will be equal. That means we can write A by D will be equal to B by C. Clear? This is the first case. Second case, if A into D will be greater than B into C. If A into D is greater than B into C, then that means you are multiplying A into D and B into C, and A into D is greater than B into C. Then which fraction will be greater? This fraction or this fraction? Now A by B and C by D. See, if we multiply A into D, the product is AD, and if you multiply B into C, the product is BC. Now A into D is greater than B into C. A into D is greater than B into C. Then the fraction having the numerator will be greater. Listen carefully. The fraction having the numerator will be greater. That means here A by B will be greater than C by D. Why? Because A into D, here A into D and B into C. Now A into D is greater. That means A into D is greater. This portion is greater. A into D is greater. So between A and D, which one is in the numerator? The numerator is A. So A by B will be greater. Listen carefully. You are multiplying A into D and B into C. Now A into D is greater than B into C. That means A into D is greater. Now compare between A and D. Which one is in the numerator? A is in the numerator. That means A by B will be greater. Clear? Second case, last case, third case, A into D less than B into C. Now A into D is less than B into C. That means B into C is greater. So B into C is greater. Now between B and C, which one is in the numerator? Numerator is C. So C by D will be greater. That means we can write like this. C by D will be greater. Clear? So just try to understand which one is in the numerator. Which one is in the numerator? That fraction will be greater. So in the second case, A into D greater than B into C, A into D greater than B into C. So A into D is greater. Now between A and D, which one is in the numerator? A is in the numerator. So A by B will be greater. In second case, A into D less than B into C. That means B into C is greater. So between B and C, which one is in the numerator? C is in the numerator. So C by D will be greater. That means C by D will be greater. So these three cases, when the question asks like this, that compare the fractions or tell us that which fraction is greater or which fraction is smaller, then we will remember these cases. Clear? Next, this is the comparison of two ratios. Next, second part and last part is how to increase or decrease any given ratio. How to increase or decrease a ratio. You have given a ratio and how you will decrease or increase that ratio. Suppose a ratio is given A is to B. This ratio is given A is to B. Clear? And you have given a quantity. Suppose you have given a quantity and you will have to increase the quantity in A is to B ratio. Suppose you have given a quantity, clear, and you have to increase the quantity in the ratio A is to B where B is greater than A. Listen carefully, you have given a quantity and what you will need to do? You will need to increase that quantity in the ratio A is to B where B is greater than A. Then the new quantity will be B by A into given quantity. This quantity will be given to you. And you will increase the given quantity in A is to B ratio where B greater than A. You will have to increase. This is the increase case. You have given a quantity and you will need to increase this given quantity in the ratio A is to B where B is greater than A. Then the new quantity will be B by A into given quantity. This is the formula. This is the first case, increase case. Second, decrease case. In the same way, you have given a quantity where you need to decrease the quantity in the ratio A is to B where B is less than A. You have given a quantity and you will have to decrease the quantity in the ratio A is to B where B is less than A. Then the new quantity will be B by A into given quantity. This quantity will be as usual given to you. So these are the two formulas. First one, increase case, and the second one, decrease case. You will have to remember this while solving problems. Clear? So that is the theory portion or theory part. Next we will move to the exercise questions. So first question number 1. The question is, which ratio is greater? We have given two fraction or two ratios. We have to identify which ratio is greater. So 3 by 7 or 6 by 13. 3 by 7 or 6 by 13. So we will just cross multiply. That means you will multiply 3 into 13, cross multiply 3 into 13 and 7 into 6. So 3 into 13 and 6 into 7. So 3 into 13 means 39, 6 into 7 means 42. Clear? Just cross multiply these two, 3 into 13 and 6 into 7. So 3 into 13 gives you 39 and 6 into 7 gives you 42. Now the question is, which ratio is greater? So the ratio, to identify the ratio is greater, now identify which one is greater between these two. 39 is greater or 42 is greater? Obviously 42 is greater than 39. So 42 means 6 into 7. That means 6 into 7. So between these two, which one is in the numerator? 6 is in the numerator. 6 is in the numerator. So 6 by 13 will be greater. Clear? First, just cross multiply these two. 3 into 13 and 6 into 7. So 3 into 13 is 39, 6 into 7 is 42. Now to identify the greater fraction, just see which number is greater. 39 is greater or 42 is greater. Obviously 42 is a greater number. So 42, that means 6 into 7. So that is 6, that is 7. So between these two numbers, which one is in the numerator? 6 is the numerator and 7 is in the denominator. So as 6 is in the numerator, so 6 by 13 will be greater fraction. So we can write 6 by 13 is greater than 3 by 7. That means your answer will be 6 by 13. 6 by 13 will be greater. Next, question number 2. Question number 2, part 1. It says identify which ratio is smaller. The same question, the first one is greater and the second one is smaller. So 9 by 17 or 8 by 15. 9 by 17 or 8 by 15. In the same way, we will first cross multiply. Multiply 9 into 15 and 8 into 17. First multiply 9 into 15 and 8 into 17. So 9 5s are 45, carry 4, 9 1s are 9, 4s are 13, 135, 8 7s are 56, carry 5, 8 1s are 8 and 5s are 13. So 136. Clear is 135. First one is 135 and second one is 136. Now between 135 and 136, clearly 135 is smaller. So 135 that means 9 into 15, that means these two. Now between these two, which one is in the numerator? 9 is in the numerator. So 9 by 17 will be the answer. It will be smaller. That means 9 by 17 will be less than 8 by 15. So your smaller fraction is 9 by 17. 9 by 17 will be the answer. This is the smaller fraction. Next question number 4. Question number 4 is decrease 275 in the ratio 11:7. So we have a given quantity, a given number 275. We will have to decrease this number in the ratio 11:7. So given quantity is 275. Therefore given number equal to 275. And we have to decrease 275 in the ratio 11:7. That means, so recall the formulas. 11:7. That means A is to B. So what was the formula of decrease? The formula of decrease was that if you have a given quantity and you have to decrease the quantity in A is to B, then the formula was B by A into given quantity. That was your formula. That was the formula. So we will apply this formula here. So the new number will be B by A. So here B is 7, A is 11. So B by A means 7 by 11 into given quantity. So given quantity here it is 275. So put 275 here. Now reduce. 11 2s are 22. 5 5, 11 5s are 55. So 7 25, 7 5s are 35. Carry 3, 7 2s are 14 and 3s 17. So your answer is 175. This is the answer. So this is the answer. 175 is the answer. Next question number 7. Question number 7 says increase 1200 in the ratio 2:3 and then decrease the resulting number in the ratio 10:3. That means we will have to increase 1200 first in the ratio 2:3 and then we will have to decrease that resulting number in the ratio 10:3. So first given number is 1200, right? Given number equals to 1200 and we will have to increase the number in 2:3. That means this is the rough space, clear? 2:3. So A is to B. Now the formula of increasing was that B by A into given quantity. That is the formula. Suppose we have a given quantity and you will have to increase the given quantity in the ratio A is to B. Then what was the formula of increase case? Formula was B by A into given quantity. The same formula. Therefore, what will be the resulting number? The resulting number will be B by A. So B is 3, A is 2. So B by A means 3 by 2 into given quantity. Given quantity is 1200. So 1200. Now reduce. It is 600. So 3 into 600 means 1800. So resulting number is 1800. Now we have to decrease this resulting number again in the ratio 10:3. Therefore again the same formula. So given ratio is 10:3. Given ratio is 10:3. That means A is to B. The formula is same in case of decrease as well. B by A into given quantity. So we will have the final number or new number. Therefore new number will be B by A. So B is 3, A is 10. B by A means 3 by 10 into given quantity, that is 1800, because we have to decrease the resulting number. Now resulting number is 1800, so put 1800 here. That means 3 18s are 54, 540. So your answer is 540. Answer will be 540. Next, last question. Question number 9. Question number 9 says the number 650 is decreased to 500 in the ratio A is to B. Find the ratio A is to B. It's an important question. Question number 9. We have given a number 650 and we have to decrease the 650 to 500 in the ratio A is to B. Now we have to find out the ratio. We have to find out the ratio A is to B. Now given number is 650 and you will decrease the 650 to 500 in the ratio A is to B. So given number is 650. Given number is 650. Clear? Given ratio is A is to B. Given ratio is A is to B. Now you will have to decrease the number. So if you decrease 650 into A is to B, what will be the new number? The new number will be again the same formula. New number will be the B by A into given quantity. So B by A means B by A into given quantity. Given quantity is 650, so that is the new number. That means if you decrease 650 in the ratio A is to B, the new number after decreasing will be this. Clear? And it clearly says here that if you decrease 650 into A is to B, then the new number will be 500. That means this and this both are equal. So we will equate them both. So according to questions, you can write B by A into 650 equal to 500. Because if you decrease 650 in the ratio A is to B, then the new number will be this after decreasing. And the question clearly says that if you decrease 650 in the ratio A is to B, then the new number is 500. So we will equate them both because both are equal. Now from here you will easily find A is to B. So B by A will be 500 divided by 650. That means A by B will be just reverse 650 by 500. Therefore now reduce 0 0, reduce it by 5, 5 10s are 50, 5 13s are 65, 13 by 10. Therefore A is to B will be 13 is to 10. That is the final answer. A is to B will be equal to 13 is to 10. That is the final answer. So your answer will be 13 is to 10. Clear? So in this way we will solve this question. Just to you have to remember those formulas. Clear? Thank you. This chapter is complete.